Ryan, what day is it today?
It's Earth Day, baby. You asked, and I answered. Today we're here at Disney's Animal Kingdom for a little get-to-know-me / Q&A. That's right, today is Earth Day, and it is a very special day here at Animal Kingdom because not only that, but it's also the 26th anniversary of the park. And you would think they'd have a lot of special things going on, but unfortunately, there's literally a cupcake, a piece of pizza, and some characters that already meet at Hollywood Studios every single day. So rather than having a video focusing on the scraps of a celebration that we were provided, we're gonna be focusing on a little get to know me today. Let's kick it off really quick with the very first question. Where are you originally from and what brought you to Florida? Now, I am originally from the Chicagoland area, actually a very small town called Lake Zurich, Illinois, just close to Barrington. If you're from Illinois, you'll probably know where that is, I guess. After that, we both moved down to Florida for work purposes, even though they were remote jobs. We just wanted to live in Orlando, specifically because of the parks, specifically because one day I wanted to become a content creator. Little did I know, I would hate my job so much that it only would last like 3 months. And then after that, I slowly just transitioned into doing this while doing other work on top of that as well. So as of right now, this is my full-time gig, and I'm very, very happy to be here. And that's where I'm from, and I came here because of the parks. First question out of the way. I'm good at this, right? One question that I got the most of by far is if Kristen is my actual sister. One of these actually from her herself. So I guess I'll let her answer this one. Are you my actual sister?
Duh. Don't we look like twins? We're actually twins. We're gonna change the narrative on you.
Is this a new point in the storyline?
Yes, we're actually twins. We were born, I was born first, and then 5 minutes later, Ryan popped out the womb.
Like 5 months later. Actually, no, I'm older than you.
And I know that kind of leaves things open-ended. Ryan, do you want to clarify anything?
Nope. I think we're good. One of the few things they do have available here for an Earth Day celebration is this flatbread pizza from Terra Treats, which is available right across from like the Starbucks. It's inside of the park itself. And we're gonna give it a try. It has mushrooms and some Impossible meat and some, what is this that's on here?
Leeks.
Leeks? Oh. So I am not the biggest fan of mushrooms, but I'm going to brave it today just for you all. Let's see how this goes. It's definitely real cheese. That's the thing, is that with this dish, and with a lot of these like plant-based dishes, they're like literally 1% off from having it be completely plant-based.
It says it's a plant-based offering.
This is real cheese. There's no way this is fake cheese. I'm gonna have to look into this. Okay, getting one more bite of like specifically the fake meat that's on here, because this actually, like, I didn't get a good taste of it the first time. It's not bad. It's definitely Impossible. And the reason I say that is because I hate Beyond Meat, and I think it's like nowhere near as good as Impossible, and it actually tastes really, really good, and Beyond Meat is not good. And I know Disney mainly uses Impossible, but sometimes they use Beyond. I don't know. Bucket list ride to be evacuated off of. Well, fortunately, I've already been evacuated off of my bucket list ride, and that is the People Mover. I actually got evacuated off of this during Tron construction, right in front of Tron construction, and they took us down a stairwell that literally went through Tron construction and then like went back like to the side of like where the gift shop for Space Mountain is. So I guess if I have to pick another park, maybe even this park, I'd have to say Kilimanjaro Safaris. What do you do in that scenario if you're stuck on the, like, I'm assuming they have a tow truck or something like that, but you don't get out. Do you get out? Is that a thing?
Well, I would say you almost definitely don't just get out of the truck. I have a feeling.
Are you sure?
I have a feeling that would be very unsafe. So what I think would happen is they probably have like a second truck come pick you up, or maybe one of the Wild Africa trucks come like kind of scoot to the side and y'all hop in there. That's what I guess. But if you guys want to know my dream attraction to get evacuated off of,
we don't need to know.
Yeah, you do. I know you're all dying to know. It's actually in this park too, but it's Dinosaur. And especially since it's leaving soon, like I feel like, should we ride Dinosaur and just pray for an evac?
Do you want to? One of the other new offerings that they have here at Disney's Animal Kingdom is new seating areas. Now, although this might not be part of their Earth Day celebration, it kind of feels like it because it opened up around the same exact time. This is now over by the Harambe Village Market. It's just like if you go over the bridge and to the right, you will find this brand new covered seating area that previously, I don't even know what it was here. It was probably just a building or, I don't know, more bongos to annoy not children, adults, I mean. It is really nice to have a nice shaded area, especially because almost every single time I come to this park, it happens to just downpour rain, and it's one covered seating area because a lot of their seating is just out in the sun, this is like the hottest park. I don't know why they chose that. One question I actually don't get very often is, are you married / in a relationship? Yes, I am. I'm really only using this one because it leads perfectly into the next one. To my wife, Isabel, who from time to time will appear in my videos, but because she has a full-time job Monday through Friday and uses her weekend like most people who do have full-time jobs, she does not appear in these videos very often. This is something that I'm doing as a full-time gig as well as some other part-time things. And luckily, I have some great friends, siblings, who's able to help film when Isabel's not able to help film. So if you see her in a video like our recent vlog series from the Royal Caribbean cruise, that will be because it's either on a vacation or she's being very giving with her weekend time that she does have. But she will appear from time to time. Somebody did ask too. She hasn't been in your videos. I didn't see her at Hoop-Dee-Doo. She does not like the Hoop-Dee-Doo, just like her husband. But she's just terrified they'll pull her up on stage unwarranted, and that's really not what happens there from what I've learned recently. And yeah, that's where Isabel is. My wife, Isabel. My wife. Tyler asks, best bathroom to really blow it out at? I knew I was going to get this question. Of course I will. I actually got it from a few different people, but the wording on this one was the funniest. I'm going to have to say... Hold on, let me be clear real quick. There are some parameters to this question. If you're looking for a good bathroom at Disney World, you want to have like at least two things, and that is an open stalls that are clean. That is surprisingly for theme parks sometimes hard to come by. Also, I prefer it being more quiet. Not a lot of other people there, because if you're like you're doing your business and you know
you're blowing it out.
I'm what?
And you're blowing it out.
Sometimes it's easy if there's nobody else in there. That is why my number one bathroom, I shouldn't even be sharing this because now the secret's out. It's not in a park. It's actually the lobby of the Gran Destino Tower over at Coronado Springs. Not a lot of people go there very often. There are some pretty good restaurants there, so that's the only reason I know this. And in the lobby, both upstairs and downstairs, this was recently built and as recent as, I think, 2019, and there's really only, I think, one or two stalls in each of them, so it's providing the chance of somebody else being there pretty low because it's a fairly low-trafficked bathroom. It smells nice for the most part. Maybe not when you're leaving, correct?
Not when you're leaving, at least.
Well, there it is. I'm sorry if you're watching this and eating, but I'm eating too, so too bad. Kristen, what's your favorite?
Okay, so when I think of this question, I only really think of like the theme park restrooms themselves. I'm not really considering the hotels in this little synopsis of mine, but my number one is Norway, which is kind of surprising because I feel like out of all of the World Showcase countries, Norway has like the most children because of the Frozen ride. However, I find the bathrooms to always be super clean, at least the women's ones. I haven't been in the men's, obviously, but the women's bathrooms in Norway are always very, very clean for the most part. They smell good, and there are so many of them. I can always find one, can always find a clean one, and I have like, does anyone else have like a specialty stall that they use in their favorite restroom? Like pretty much at this point in every restroom that I go in, or some of them, I have like exact stalls that I try and get into every time. Like the one between like Liberty Square or Frontierland and Adventureland in that little hallway by the Sunglass Hut, I go in the exact same stall every single time, and I'm low-key annoyed when there's someone in my stall. And same with Norway. I go in the same stall every time I go in. Am I weird? Maybe, but let us know in the comments if you do the same thing.
It's like the classic question of like, if you're eating cake or a tray of brownies, do you go for an end or a middle piece? To ask the question, are you going for an end or a middle piece?
I like a corner. I like the crispy little edges.
Oh my God. Kristen, where are we right now?
We are at the Restaurantosaurus Lounge, which is actually one of my favorite places to grab a beverage here in Disney's Animal Kingdom. I always get the Tequilasaurus. It's very strong and tasty if you're looking for a strong beverage here in the park, and it has Mickey ears. Ryan, what did you get?
Well, I ended up getting a paleontology punch. This is like basically a lemonade with cranberry juice, apple juice, pomegranate, lime. Sprite, things like that. And I guess that leads me perfectly into a question that somebody asked on Instagram in this Q&A, which, by the way, I did host this Q&A over on Instagram, and I think that's probably the best place for that. So if you haven't followed me there yet, obviously go do so. If I do more videos like this in the future, it'll probably end up being there because that's just like the most streamlined way to do this. Question coming in from Josh: what is the best alcoholic drink you've ever had at a theme park? Now, I absolutely love this mocktail, and every other mocktail I've had, I actually don't drink. This is not a weird question to me, mainly because I'm an adult going to a theme park, and that's a lot of what adults do when going to theme parks. I've just never drank ever in my entire life, and it's something that I've just committed to not doing. I am within a subculture that people would refer to as straight edge. If you've seen these massive X's on my leg, that is a go-to sign for that. So there's that. But yeah, I've just never had alcohol. I am 28 years old and I've never had a sip of alcohol in my entire life, and I just don't plan on doing it. I also don't judge anybody that does. This is like kind of, I know there's a lot of people that, like, when I do bring it up to them in person, or if they're like, oh, can I grab you a drink or whatever, there's a lot of, oh, it's okay, well, you know, like, it's like, I do not care whatsoever. I will support all my friends in everything that they do, and I am the ultimate designated driver when it's needed. I am definitely your go-to if you're looking for great mocktails around the Disney parks, and this one, what is it called, Paleontology Punch, is honestly really, really good, and you should go with it, even though it comes in a different cup and they don't do the special. I would have asked for it, but it's okay. ASMR. Next question is from Kyle. Hi, hello, Daisy. Oh my God, you look absolutely stunning today. Look at that. Oh, you're just trying to be on camera, trying to get that internet cloud or something like that. That's fine. I get it. Wow.
Everyone's got to know.
I get it. Are you having a good Earth Day?
Ooh.
A wonderful Earth Day today?
And birthday. Is it your birthday too?
It's Animal Kingdom's birthday. Come on. You don't know when her birthday is? I definitely do. It's June 19th, 4th. Google's pretty slow. I don't get reception in Dino Land. Yeah, well, yeah, the Wi-Fi might be extinct, but you're clearly very on point. Sorry, I've been trying to work on my material. Oh, okay. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Sorry about that brief interruption. I want to get back to this. Kyle asked, what goes on in your world outside of YouTube and theme parks? Now, I guess it kind of relates a little bit to the last question that we talked about here. I did talk about being straight edge, not doing drugs or drinking or anything like that. That's kind of, a lot of that comes from a subculture of music, which I was very, very heavily involved in music when I was younger. I say younger, but up till I was probably like 22, 23. I'm also a big pro wrestling fan, so if you don't catch me here, you'll catch me at a concert or a pro wrestling show. I support the company AEW a lot, WWE. I watch their shows sometimes as well. If you want to check out this video, I went to the Royal Rumble, or it's over there, one of those.
Honestly, it is so nice where we're sitting kind of in the back here in Dino Land. Ryan's like, let's go somewhere else to record the next one. I was like, I'm not moving. Like, this weather is so nice. We're in the shade, enjoying the light music behind. We ain't moving. So Ryan's going to answer his question right here.
So I guess kind of related to the last one that I talked about, a question from Patrick coming in asks, would you start making more wrestling videos? I loved your Royal Rumble video. I would absolutely love to do more wrestling videos. I actually have one that's planned for hopefully the near future on the history of wrestling in the Orlando theme parks. If you are a fan of wrestling, you know that WCW used to film a lot of their weekly shows over at the old MGM studios in the 90s, as well as Total Nonstop Action filming over at Universal Studios. I'd love to cover all of that. Main problem with that is that I can't really use any video, especially with WWE-owned material, because there's a lot of copyright strikes and videos taken down and stuff like that from other friends I know that do wrestling-based content. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to start producing, I'll write a script, I'll do whatever, but I really got to test and see what I'm able to use, because I just don't want anything on the channel to be in jeopardy just because I wanted to do this one main video. So we'll see, but that's the plan in the future, and I could confidently say that because I don't think any other theme park people are covering wrestling, especially in the theme parks. So
Earlier, Ryan alluded to Earth Day at Disney's Animal Kingdom not being the biggest deal, and if Dinosaur and the entire park closing at 6 o'clock doesn't further explain that, then I don't know, because it's 6:13 and the park is closed, and we are just finding that out as we're walking up to Dino to ride it.
well, I really wanted to answer this next question on the ride, but I guess off the ride we'll have to do. If you had to live at any Walt Disney World Resort for the rest of your life and you couldn't leave, what would it be? Well, I would have to go with my favorite Disney resort of all time, the Wilderness Lodge, not Fort Wilderness. Fort Wilderness is great and fun and all, but I prefer the Lodge. That's probably the one that I've stayed at most growing up, and it's just, I love the vibes. Lobby is amazing. Food could be better, but we basically have a Chili's right on the water at Whispering, what is it called? No, that's
Geyser Point?
Geyser Point,
Get
sorry.
out,
Whispering Canyon. No, that's good. Chili's is great. Which is better?
Geyser Point is better, but Chili's is still amazing.
Anyways, that would be absolutely wonderful. Maybe if I live in one of those like cabins that are right on the water, ooh, I would never have to leave. I would never ever have to leave. Although I can't see Happily Ever After very well from that resort. So I had a lot more questions than I thought I did. So we're gonna go rapid fire really, really quick. I'm not gonna be able to hit them all, but here we go. From user, those eggs were lies, Steven. Is Brady your real son? Yes, he is. Have you thought about hitting up tourist traps in Claremont? Yes, I have. That is definitely one video that's going to be happening in the near future. What is your favorite anime? Blake, you should know more than anyone else. I do not watch anime. What is your funniest episode so far? If you're talking about vlogs, my funniest vlog, honestly, is probably the Cinderella's Royal Table. That's definitely one that I feel is one of the funniest, especially because I was all like improv. What is one IP you'd love to see come to the theme parks? Universal. I'd love to see a Shawshank Redemption escape room. That'd be really fun. At the end, you have to crawl through a pipe covered in poop. And last but not least, one final question, one that I've answered, I feel like previously, but I want to talk about it once again, from Emily asking, what is your dream character breakfast lineup? Although we didn't get to ride Dinosaur, I would probably say Dinosaur. Can you imagine either a human or animatronic costumed Aladar? You could have a little baby Aladar that's like the baby version of him. You could have the monkeys going around. The Dinosaur Land is leaving this park, but I feel like they could definitely utilize that amazing IP that they still own the rights to and just have a dinosaur character breakfast. I don't know what the menu would be like.
Well, Ryan, I have good news for you because they have T-Rex Cafe in Disney Springs. Should we do a video there next? I can't wait.
I do apologize for those whose questions I did not get to. Again, I literally had probably over 50 of them sent in. I didn't want this video to be almost 50 minutes long. If you're looking to ask questions for future Q&A, get to know me type videos, you can see that over on my Instagram. If you haven't followed, username is right here. Kind of cheap plug. We're probably gonna do more of these in the future. Maybe only every 6 months or so, but we'll see. If you like it, let me know. All caps. So I know you made it to the end of the video. Let me know in the bottom, all caps, yes or no, and I'll know if I should be doing more of these. I won't be offended if you all say no. I don't think it'll be all of you. Thanks, pity viewers. Subscribe, like. See you guys real soon.
Bye.